Hi, Claire Staines at Lothlorien Dog Services. I just wanted to chat to you today regarding pressure, the pressure surrounding a dog, the pressure of being a dog. Now, when you think about it, there's a whole load of things that we want our dogs to do. Sorry, itchy face. There's a whole load of things that we want our dogs to do. We want them to come back to us when they're called. We want them never to growl. We don't want them to bark unless they're asked to. We want them to walk nicely on a leash. We want them to like everybody they meet. And if they don't like them, we want them just to get on with it. We want them to take whatever's dished to them without moaning or complaining. The pressure surrounding that must be absolutely phenomenal. It must be huge. It must be rubbish. Now, I'm not saying for 1 second just, let your dog do whatever it wants. I don't think I would be a very good dog trainer if that was what I was driving at here. What I am saying though is when you are dealing with any of those behaviours that I've just spoken about, think about the emotions that drive them. Why is your dog pulling on a leash? Why will your dog not come back to you when it's called? Why does it bark? Why does it feel the need to growl? Why does it not like a particular person or a particular dog or a particular place? Think about the emotions around it, because dogs do have emotions. I live in a multiple dog family and I know they have emotions. So that would then take me on to thinking about you and your dog more like a relationship rather than a sort of owner dog, which really to me is quite an attitude of me owner, you dog, you do as you're told, me make the rules. It's more like a relationship. It's a flow between two individuals. Okay, we're different species, but we have lots of history together, which means we are in a relationship. Now, let's just step outside the box for a second and think about it in terms of other relationships that you may have in your life. Now, I'll tell you about mine. I'm fortunate enough to be married to my best friend. I've been with him for 20 years. We've been married for 17 years. And although our relationship changes on a year to year, day to day, month to month, week to week basis, I would like to think if you asked my husband, he would say that the way he married me is the way I still am, and he's happy with that. I've matured a little bit. For those of you who know me, you can stop laughing now. So we've got to accept one another for who we are and for what we are, and build on those relationships and find out how we can get what we want by giving something back. Now, if you could you maybe just take a little while to think, why did I get a dog? I know the reasons why I got dogs, but for some people I am kind of on a back foot as to the reason why. Is it because dogs are so massive in our society now that you feel like there's a social pressure that you have to own one? Is it because you just bought a 4x4 and you feel the need to fill it? Is it because you like walking on a Sunday so you want somebody to walk with? Is it because you want companionship? There's loads of different reasons why. I got a dog because I like because I like the relationship that you get between a human and a canine. I think it's unique. I don't think you get what you get out of a dog from another human or from any other species on the planet. It's a very precious relationship as well. It can be a very deep relationship. For anyone who's ever lost a dog, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you just think why, then think, what do I want? What do I want out of this relationship? And then take it from there. Don't set your criteria too high. So could you imagine like being on an internet dating site, which if you are, like, good luck, and you put in a box absolutely everything that you were looking for out of a man? You'd stay single for ages because you'd never get exactly what you wanted. Um, you would probably see something you like, but then you'd be incompatible with it because they were looking for something different. So you've got to be able to be realistic and say, well, here's what I would like in order of importance, and take it from there. So for me, for my dog's order of importance, first of all, is for their happiness. Um, but after that, it's things like I want them to cope socially. I want them to be able to interact. I want them to be safe. I want them to be safe to be around. Then there's other things I want. I want them to be a joy to walk with. So therefore, I work on a loose leash walk. I want them to be able to get off leash and have freedom. So therefore, I work on a recall. I want them to not jump up on people. So therefore, I work on a sit. So we work down a scale in order of what is considered importance for me and for their welfare. Now, we give out forms of anyone who's going to be a client with ours, and at the end, it's my favourite question is, what do you want from your dog? And it's quite, as time's gone on, the box has got bigger and bigger because obviously people are writing loads and loads and loads, and it gives me a good insight into what it is this person actually is looking for. Some of them you laugh at, some of them you frown at, some of them you bang your head off the wall in the nicest possible way. Some you cry at, but one always sticks out to me, and it came in a few years ago, and it was as an older lady, and it was just one sentence, and that's why it jumped out. And I was like, wow, this woman isn't looking for much. And then I read it, and all it said was, I want my dog to be happy. And I thought that was really powerful. I thought that was really such a wonderful thing to say. And it gave me a lot more scope to work on because she hadn't given me a huge idea of the behaviour she didn't like and what she wanted, and all she wanted was her dog to be happy. So for me, I could do a million different things with her dog. And she was so sweet. It was just such a sweet thing to say. So if you just take a little second just to think, this is a relationship that you're in, make that relationship work. If the relationship starts to go wrong, then there's a breakdown in communication. If there's a breakdown in communication, is it because you're asking for too much? Or is it because you're asking for something that the dog hasn't been taught to do correctly? Is it simply because the dog isn't feeling like it today? Loads of different reasons again within that, but just think about it. So I'll leave you on that. What I would like you to do, though, if you could, is just tell me why you got a dog, just whatever reason, and what you want out of your dog, and that would be groovy. But thanks, I've whittled on enough. If you weren't confused before, you're probably more confused now, but hey, that's me. But I'll see you all soon. Take care.